Think about it, right? Offset Cardi, fucks Ari. MoneyBagg Yo fucks Ari. Blueface for Krishan, but apparently Krishan got by Offset. Everybody is trading demon. They're trading pH levels. This is nasty. If one person's burning, everybody burning. Not saying nobody burning, but if one person has got something, everybody got it because they're all picking each other.
Ari Fletcher and Cardi B is about to get the fight game. Whole time it's behind Offset, y'all. Okay? She was cheating on MoneyBagg Yo, Ari, okay, with Offset. I feel like she was tricking because whole time Ari was with MoneyBagg Yo and he wasn't really with her.
I wish we didn't know all of this because I don't want to take sides. I love Cardi B and I've seen Offset. But when I'm watching this, it only tells me I'm like, these
MoneyBagg just dropped a bomb and made it crystal clear he's at war with Offset. Word on the street is Offset allegedly messed around with Ari Fletcher, and now the rap world is on fire. What started as whispers online has turned into full-blown chaos, with fans digging into every clue like detectives. It's looking real, not just some fake drama. At first, folks brushed it off like regular gossip, but now, nah, this is different. MoneyBagg ain't playing about this betrayal. He's been wildin' on social media, sending shots straight at Offset and Ari, and even calling out dudes he claims have been laying hands on Offset. That's right, he's naming names and pulling receipts. The energy is off the rails. Bagg isn't staying silent, and he's making it loud that this beef might not stay on the internet. He's ready to spit about it in the booth and take it to the streets if he has to. Now, the real question is, are we looking at the biggest rap feud of 2025? And did Offset seriously step out on Cardi just to mess around with Ari Fletcher? Because let's be honest, this ain't just petty drama. This feels like the start of a whole new saga, and it's messy. Nobody saw this chaos coming. Offset and Ari, that duo wasn't even a blip on anyone's scandal radar this year. But boom, here we are. And the streets are crumbling. Everything exploded when blogger Ava Godalexis dropped receipts that shook the internet. She came with some alleged texts involving Cardi B, and let's just say, Cardi wasn't holding anything back. Sis was fuming, and the tea she spilled, straight up scorching. According to what Cardi said, it was Offset who was creeping with Ari Fletcher the whole time, while people were still out here thinking she was stuck on him. Wild, right?
They said Stephon Diggs. Oh my God. Stephon Diggs, another big Atlanta, top 3 Atlanta rapper. 2. Hopefully I didn't give it away. He's smashing her mercilessly. You know what everybody keep telling me? The rappers be in their feelings. They trying to take cars back from their girls. They beefing with their girls. They doing whatever. Stephon Diggs, he keeping it P. Stephon Diggs, I keep and I'm not wishing no bad on it. If I'm hearing how these rappers talk, ain't no way the only bullets he catching is passes on the football field. This nigga ain't catch one in real life.
Let's be real. Nobody ever expected to hear Offset and Ari Fletcher's names in the same sentence like that. When this tea hit the net, jaws dropped. The internet was locked in a chokehold trying to figure out which Ari Cardi was calling out. Folks turned into full-time detectives overnight. But let's go ahead and clear the air, because Alexis came in with the bombshell. She confirmed it straight up. It was Ari Fletcher. No hesitation, no confusion, just facts. And the internet? It exploded. To make it even messier, Alexis brought the receipts. She dug up an old tweet from Ari, posted back in February that had folks talking. It read, "Coming to a woman as a woman or telling on a woman to a man gotta be top 2 corniest, most miserable bees alive." Yeah, she really said that. Then Alexis hit us with the real stinger. I kept it P. I ain't tell the world she was talking about Cardi. I ain't tell the world how she called the bag trying to tell on Ari because of Offset. Like, what? This situation goes way deeper than just Offset messing around. This whole thing is a straight up toxic triangle. We're talking Cardi, MoneyBagg Yo, Offset, and Ari Fletcher all tangled up in one messy web.
I did hear who the person was Offset allegedly called Cardi B with. Yo, you're always gonna be mad at your girl even more when the nigga she chooses to entertain is a dog. That 3-4 of this, it's like, yo, like this is a dog. I'm wondering how the frick he even got time to do his original job, which I can't tell you again. I can't tell you. I want to tell you so bad. But I fuck with Cardi B. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, matter of fact, spam some names. I'm so messed.
Cardi? Oh, she was deep in her savage mode with this one. This wasn't just a shady tweet. This felt like a strategic attack. Some people think Cardi was out here playing chess, not checkers, trying to get Ari caught up with Bag through some next-level shade and perfect timing. At first, MoneyBagg Yo wasn't even trying to hear it. He probably brushed it off like, man, that's just Cardi being petty for clicks again. He thought he and Ari were solid, locked in, unbothered. He was 10 toes down, no cracks in the armor. But then, plot twist. The tea started bubbling fast. And once it started boiling, it got messier real quick. Suddenly, that shade Cardi threw didn't feel random. It felt calculated. Fans out here acting like full-time FBI agents. And they think Ari might have been the one who sparked the whole Cardi x Stefan Diggs situation. Word is, before Cardi even dropped those offset receipts, Ari was already trying to stir the pot and get some payback. And honestly, that's some next-level pettiness. Even Alexis came with more receipts hinting at it. She said, I love how Cardi's people told me she was seeing Steph, and when I posted it, Ken Barbie hit me up saying she don't even know that man. But wait, it gets messier. Ari Fletcher's best friend allegedly claimed she saw Cardi slipping out of Stefan Diggs' hotel room, 7 months pregnant, and hair all messed up. That's a whole scene right there. Cardi fired back with her own version of events, flipping the script entirely. But now, everybody's looking at her crazy. And now the internet is in full meltdown mode. People are switching sides. Friendships are getting exposed, and the whole rap scene is buzzing like a kicked beehive. Suddenly, folks who were silent are starting to talk, and it's getting ugly. Everyone's digging through old posts, old pics, even unfollows and likes, trying to connect dots, like it's some wild reality show. To make it worse, insiders are claiming that Ari's been moving funny behind closed doors for a minute. Allegedly, she's been sending slick messages and planting little seeds to make herself look innocent while throwing shade at Cardi and even MoneyBagg too. Some say this whole thing was her slow-cooked revenge, served cold with a smirk. Meanwhile, Offset's been quiet. Too quiet. That silence, it's making people more suspicious than ever. No denial, no cleanup, no nothing. Just vibes, and not the good kind. Sis wasn't out here being sloppy by accident. Nah, she was clapping back on purpose. At this point, the whole situation feels like a full-blown rap soap opera, and we're all tuned in like it's prime time. But here's where the tea really starts to boil. Turns out Cardi might not have been the one to spark this whole messy affair after all. Word on the street is, Offset could have been the one who lit that first match. Yeah, you heard that right. The Cardi BX Stefan Diggs rumor that had the whole internet in a frenzy. Some folks are now saying it didn't come from nowhere. Offset may have been the originator of that drama. And here's where it gets wild. People are saying Ari might have been the one feeding him info. Allegedly, Offset and Ari were having those late-night pillow talks, and he used whatever tea she gave him to flip the script on Cardi, make her look like the one stepping out. Cardi clapped back hard, and now MoneyBagg Yo is caught right in the middle of all this chaos. Offset's revving up too, ready to unleash that savage energy, and at this point, this ain't even tea anymore. It's straight-up dirty drama with no breaks. Suddenly, everything's starting to click. The pieces are coming together, and internet sleuths are going wild connecting the dots. Now the streets are buzzing with one theory that's gaining serious traction, and it's messy. Word is the first person to catch wind of Cardi B and Stefan Diggs possibly linking up. Ari Fletcher's best friend. Allegedly, she found out the tea and ran back to spill it to Ari. But what did Ari do next? Instead of minding her business, she supposedly turned right around and told Offset. And Offset? Of course he wasn't about to keep something that spicy to himself. He ran with it. So here's the word on the street. Offset started letting that secret slip. And now look at us, drowning in a full avalanche of gossip. The mess just keeps getting bigger. When the Offset and Ari rumors exploded online, MoneyBagg Yo lost it. We're talking Meltdown mode, because even though Bag and Offset weren't the tightest duo, they had respect. They made music together, stood solid, had that unspoken bond. So if Offset really crossed that line with Ari, that's a double betrayal. One from the homie, one from his girl. And here's the kicker. This ain't the first time Ari's name been linked to messy cheating drama. Earlier this year, one of her old friends aired her out completely, saying Ari was out here entertaining multiple men while still with Bag. Yep, that tea included James Harden too. At this point, it's spilling from all directions. And let's not forget, there's always been quiet whispers that Ari and her baby daddy, G Herbo, might still be secretly linked. That connection never fully disappeared. Bag would definitely snap if he found out Ari was playing him again. And now, things are spiraling into a full-blown disaster. But here's where it gets messy. The internet's calling out the double standard. See, fans are saying, let's not act like MoneyBagg is squeaky clean. Because truth be told, he's been caught slipping before too. Back in 2022, Ari had already left him once over cheating. So yeah, she was done with him at that time. Remember that emotional tweet she dropped? Ari wrote, "I had a long emotional day yesterday. I cried a lot, but I felt better after I let it out. I needed that. No regrets or hard feelings. I'm thankful for my life and all the people in it. I've been through so much and I've come so far. I got so much more life to live. I'm ready." That was her soft launch into the single life. And then boom, she followed it up with a bold flex. Happy, paid, and single. Ready for everything. Now fast forward to today, and fans are watching closely. They're saying, so wait, he can cheat and bounce back. But when she moves slick, it's World War III? It's giving sneaky link energy all over again. And folks think Ari might be right back on that silent savage mode. Not gonna lie, this whole situation is screaming heartbreak vibes. MoneyBagg Yo out here acting like he forgot just how public Ari's last breakup was. Maybe he thought she wouldn't spin the block again, but if she did, that's karma doing donuts in red bottoms, full speed. And let's not ignore the whispers. People say G Herbo still be moving like he's got VIP access to Ari's world. That energy never really disappeared. But then, plot twist. Out of nowhere, a side chick jumped out the shadows like a villain in a thriller, armed with timestamps, screenshots, texts, everything. She had receipts ready like she'd been waiting for her cue. And just like that, Ari's whole tough girl image crumbled. The internet came for her hard, and she had no choice but to hit damage control mode. She scrambled to clean it up, telling everyone, yes, we did split up, but it had nothing to do with cheating. But with all that heat flying around, people ain't buying it that easily. We all saw those screenshots. Girl, who are you fooling? But here's where it gets even juicier. After everything, Ari still took Bag back. Yep, after all that chaos, she spun the block, and months later, he got caught up again. This time with his baby mama, Juicy, the same one who'd been stirring the pot from the jump. And when Ari tried to clown Juicy over some mix-up with Resha, thinking she had the upper hand, Juicy clapped back with straight fire. She dragged Ari so hard, she left her speechless. Juicy exposed that Bag was still stuck on her, and boom, just like that, we had another full-blown war erupting online. Now Ari out here subtweeting Bag, even after he hit unfollow and threw out threats like he's done. But somehow she's got more smoke for Offset than for the man who played her over and over again. The hypocrisy? It's off the charts. What do y'all think? Is the entire rap game just dating in one big circle right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And keep your eyes locked right here to see what wild scandal lands on our radar next.